into town, I see the problems that people have living in town here. It's nice to be out here where it's quiet.
The joke is, you know, come to Tenakee, set your watch back 30 years. And it's not far from the truth. People march to a different drummer.
Well, I think the amount of work is probably surprising, because I think we had a fantasy for a long time of doing this, and a lot of times reality is very different from your fantasy.
God, it's Wednesday. Don't forget we have a noon meeting.
These machines are some of the symbols of our modern-day life.
Hey, Scott, we need to reschedule that meeting. It's Wednesday at noon.
For some of us, these machines have become so common, even though they might cause some problems, that it's hard to imagine living without them. But there are others for whom it's machines like this that provide reason enough to seek a simpler life. Hello, I'm Scott Foster. Welcome to Rain Country, where this week, instead of rushing around from one machine to the next, we're going to hang around some Southeasterners who have chosen to live and work in areas where it's a bit easier to get away from it all.
Most residents of Southeast, about 90%, live in the 7 largest communities, and that means homes in cities with most of the associated conveniences and luxuries. Most, but not all, of the rest of Southeasterners who live in the 10 or so smaller communities give up some of the luxuries for a different kind of life. Then there are a relatively small number of Southeasterners who choose not even the small towns for their homes. Even though those choosing a wilderness home live more isolated lives, they're not necessarily any less enjoyable. This was the home of Stan Price on Pack Creek on Admiralty Island for years. Before he died in 1989, Stan lived in a simple floating home next to his beloved bears. It was a Southeast life that, for many, was the epitome of wilderness living.
All this stuff you see here built by my own hands and the help of Esther. And there was nothing here but a big pile of stumps and brush here. Come down off of the hill there with the logs. Now it's a beautiful place. We got big gardens there, and it's been in the past there we had to raise enough for us and the bears and the deer. So this is the home of the deer there in the wintertime, in those sheds and wood sheds there.
Stan Price's choice of wilderness living wouldn't work for everyone, but he enjoyed the tranquility of Pack Creek with his friends the bears over the problems of the city.
Oh, I go into town, I see the problems that people have living in town here. It's nice to be out here where it's quiet. Bears furnishing no really bad neighbors. We get along well together. The deer, and then I have all the company that I need. I don't have to go to town to see them, they come see me.